What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Party Chat Podcast. I'm your host, ISA Scout. We're here with Tony the Tyler, which is Tyler.
What up?
Go, Jeremy, who's Second Covenant,
What's up, guys?
and Brain Claimer, which is Dustin.
Howdy, howdy.
Now, on last week's episode, we didn't really get a chance to enjoy Jeremy disagreeing with everything everyone had to say. So this week we'll get to enjoy that. We also didn't get to hear Jeremy's question, which I've got a little peek of already. So as Tyler, it's a great question, and it was such a good question, really, that I wanted to dedicate today's entire episode to that question and kind of getting deeper into that question. So I'll turn the floor over to Jeremy and let him ask his questions and kind of start the discourse on the topic.
All right, guys, my big question. So, Destiny. When it first came out, we got Destiny 1, Destiny 2, of course. I think the second one was a big improvement over the first one, personally. But what has Destiny done to gaming then and now? What I think it's opened up doors that never existed before that game. You know, it opened up the idea of what I thought a multiplayer could be in a loot shooter type game, as well as uh, doing the same thing over again and actually feeling fresh. So anyway, that's my question. What do you guys think about Destiny and what it's done for gaming? Any big?
I'll go last. That way I don't forget to let anybody go.
Okay.
Yeah, Tyler.
I mean, I don't really have either side. I mean, I really like the game. I don't really know what it's done before or after the game.
All right, you want me to start out a little bit then?
Hold on. No,
Okay.
because I feel like I know where you're going, and I feel like Dustin probably does too. That's why I wanted to dedicate an entire episode to Destiny, because it actually deserves it. And Tyler, you're
Yeah.
going to start talking more about this question as I dive deeper into it. But go ahead, Dustin. Like, what do you think?
Okay.
Not just about, like he said, not just about Destiny, but about what it has done.
Yeah.
That's why I think
Well,
that
I don't know
question is
if
such a
it's
great
I don't know if
question.
it's truly the first. I'd have to do more research, but I don't know if it's the first of its kind. It's just the first that took off. And I think the reason why it took not think. I know the reason why it took off is simply because of the people who are behind it. I mean,
Yeah,
you,
Bungie.
you have Bungie. I mean that was at one point the biggest studio, in gaming franchise. Like
Yeah.
when you talked about multiplayer, it was Bungie, the creators of Halo, and that's what sold. That is single-handedly what sold Destiny 1.
But I think you're right, by the way. That's
You didn't
why I
need to see
wanted
a
it to make
trailer.
that's why I wanted to make an entire episode on this. I'm pretty sure it is the first of its kind.
Halo
In
sold
what
Destiny though.
way? In what
But
way?
Hey,
I mean,
hold
is that
on.
what you said?
Halo sold Destiny because you knew who.
And
It
yes, it
wasn't
did.
just
Yeah.
some Tom,
See,
Dick, and
see,
Harry.
see. That's
It was
weird for me to hear that. Do you know
Yeah,
why?
because
Because
you
you've
weren't
never
a
played
Halo
Bungie
Halo.
guy.
wasn't me. I was a
But
PlayStation
that's
guy.
because you didn't have an
But
Xbox.
That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
Xbox was you guys. Like,
But
Here,
at the time,
but
Jeremy,
here,
think about it. Would you have
yeah.
been excited to play Destiny if you were just going to play by yourself? I don't think the hype would have been there. It really,
I'll
hype
be
was built up for
honest
that
with you
game
guys.
because of everyone else, including Little Glenn, me, Tyler, all of us getting excited for it, knowing what it had to offer.
I'll be honest with you. I wasn't excited for it. Like, I know you guys were, and you guys were trying to get me excited, but it actually blew my mind once I played it because I saw Halo, and I was never that cartoony. I actually told you guys that cartoony type shooter type
Yeah,
game. Like
but
like like you
here's the
guys were
thing.
uber excited because you guys
I
love
mean,
Halo. I
you
didn't have
played
that.
Blood. I mean, not Bloodborne. You played Borderlands. So, I mean,
Oh yeah.
so
Well, yeah.
I
I
don't know
just
about
wasn't
that.
into
Cartoony.
that style
Here's
of
why I say it's one
that
of.
genre
Here's
type
why
of.
I say that it, and this is why I wanted to dedicate an entire episode to it, not just because of Destiny, but because when I said it was the first of its kind, Dustin, I was meaning in the sense of, first of all, name a game that did looter shooter better, apart from like Borderlands, which really didn't do it better. It just it had variation, but the RNG drops in Destiny made you want to grind for the loot, right?
I agree. I agree.
But
The division makes you do that.
boom, Tyler. That's why I said
Yeah,
that Destiny was the first of its kind. Name, and that's why I wanted to dedicate an entire episode. Name a game
All right,
before
you boys are
Destiny.
talking. I'm gonna be
Name a game.
researching.
Yeah, name a game before Destiny that started the live service genre of playing a game, waiting for content drops while you're looting and shooting. Now, I believe, and I think Tyler agrees with me, that the Division. I mean, I know this is going to. So many people are going to disagree with me. I think the Division 2 is better than Destiny,
I can agree with that.
I disagree
but
with
But
that
here's
honestly.
no, I'm not saying Destiny 2, but Destiny 2 has become a
Oh,
free to
okay,
play game, so
okay.
it's so much harder to get back into it because it has grown so much. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. But
but we've done it.
yeah, I mean, there are so many games that took what Destiny did and ran with it. I don't know any game before Destiny that, like, I truly feel like it started the live service genre, did it not?
Fortnite did.
No, I'm talking.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking. And Fortnite didn't start the live service genre. Fortnite literally launched as a story based game,
No,
right?
it's well
And
that
I'm not
battle.
talking. And I'm not
How
talking
they
battle royale. I'm
supported it
talking.
so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking live service like content drops, looting. You know what I mean?
Remember the
hmm
events? Like the events
Public
was
events and
something that's memorable to
the
me. Yeah,
raids.
yeah.
Now there
Definitely.
are a bunch of live service games,
Yeah,
right?
I'm going through here now. Like the the looter shooters. I mean, obviously the very first was Borderlands
Yeah, but
of its
that didn't
kind.
have the live service aspect, right?
Uh,
Yeah, but it was single
right.
player too. I mean,
Well,
you
it had
played it.
Well,
co-op.
it was
It
co-op.
had co-op, but it
Yeah,
didn't have
but
the multiplayer
Destiny was a
component.
social game. I felt.
Yeah, yeah, that's what
I
we're
don't. I
talking
don't know
Destiny
about.
about.
was a
So,
social game,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
they knew that they could. They knew that they could
It,
do.
so what, Dustin? In your research, what other games was I right? Is it pretty
Uh,
much Destiny started it?
oh, I mean, you literally it. As I'm looking it up, it says Borderlands, and then Destiny, and then games like it turned from that to like Warframe
Yeah,
to
Division,
Payday to The Division
Outlands.
to
I think it's
oh, it
called that.
goes it
Is it
goes
called that,
on and
Tyler?
on.
Tyler?
Uh,
Oh, he must have stepped away or something.
Unturned. No, really. I mean, if we're being honest, though, from what I'm
No,
looking
my bad.
at,
I
that
had it on
that
here.
is the
Yeah,
that
you're
is
right. You're
true.
right.
Yeah. So I think when we look at a lot of these games that we get excited for, Destiny paved the way for those games.
Yeah. For
I can
things
agree. I
exist.
can
I
agree with
agree.
that.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I
So
agree.
with that being said, um, what do you think helped them to see that that would be uh, a good course to take with their game when you come from a game like
Halo.
Halo?
I think you said it though, right? You look at Halo 3 and the evolution it had on. I know Jeremy doesn't know this, but like the evolutionary leap forward it was from video games before Halo 3, like the social player aspect, the theater mode, the forge mode.
Oh yeah,
The
it
next
literally
logical
created.
step was just to be like, you know what? Let's just like
Yeah, but I mean,
honestly, Destiny is
live
like the
service
What
games
was
logical
and
that
step
stuff
hub
next,
called?
wasn't
huh?
What was that hub called? The hub. What
the
was that called?
tower.
The tower.
The tower. Yep, that was something I thought was unique also.
It
Hmm.
was.
Uh,
Yeah, it really is. I mean, it still is. And if you look at a lot of other live service games like Vigor, Escape from like any games that have hubs that you love. Now they've taken it obviously in a much different direction, but I feel like even those games draw inspiration from Destiny. You know, going out, looting, shooting, bringing stuff back to your hub to unlock. Like a lot of that
Yeah,
is I
Here's
can't think of a game before Destiny where you did that.
I can think of one
Old
game.
school RuneScape.
here's
I'm
something
thinking of
interesting.
Hold on,
what's that
what
kart
Duff?
racer game?
Oh, Mod
I was gonna
Nation.
say yeah, that
It
game's
had one.
great.
It had
Yeah,
one. It
but the
had a
live
hub like
service of
that.
that really did, but it copied that.
That game was broken the whole time I played it. I still
Yeah,
remember the
But it had a
UGC
hub.
servers,
That's all
not
I'm saying.
it did have a
UGC
hub,
servers. Remember?
just couldn't
That's
work.
all it would say.
You're
No, no,
right. That was
24.
terrible.
Now, when did Destiny 2 come out? Wasn't that
Oh,
Destiny
what,
2 came out what, like
2018,
2018.
2017?
yeah, it was a long time
Let's see
ago.
here. Alexa,
Uh,
when did Destiny 2 release?
Hey, right, let's listen to us hate you right now.
2017. Alexa, stop.
dang.
2017. And they're
Here's
still,
something
yeah,
interesting. In a 24-hour peak, the max players on Steam, right?
yeah. You
Uh,
know it's popular on console, dude. It's
the
really
max
popular.
player on Steam in the last 24 hours is 73,698.
See, man, that game
The
still has
the
numbers, man.
most played looter shooter currently on Steam, people playing right this minute, is
That's
71,839.
probably Destiny 2, ain't it?
The launch, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the stats
Oh,
I'm
that.
giving you.
See,
At
but see,
all-time
so many
peak
people.
is 292,513.
Dang.
Like
And
that's
see, that's another reason why it deserved its own episode is because so many people thought Sony was what?
stupid for buying Bungie.
Stupid. Why would you spend that much money
Well, hold
on
on.
Bungie?
Hold on. It's not that people thought that they were stupid for
Well, it
buying
was the
Bungie.
way the
It's stupid for
exclusive.
buying Bungie with, yeah, how at the second they bought it, Bungie comes out and says, just so you know, all of our games from here on out is going to be across
I love that though.
all systems.
I wish
And so it's like, well, why'd you pay for
if
it?
Microsoft would do that with Call of Duty, I think they would find no what's the word I'm looking like friction against players wanting the deal to go through if they're like, hey, nothing's
Yeah,
really
but
going to change. We're just going to,
that's yeah, but
you know.
that's like having someone chauffeur you everywhere, anytime you want, and you don't even need the vehicle, but you're like,
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna
you
buy that
also know
vehicle,
that
but you're still gonna drive me around, and it's like
you
that
also
makes
know
no.
exclusive content will come to Sony platforms on.
Broncos country. That's right.
You know what I mean? Like they said their next game is like a fantasy game, right? So imagine, first of all, just let's get excited about that for a second, right? Like Bungie's leaving the shooter genre for their next game.
Yeah.
That's going to be pretty wicked, right? And then you take everything they've learned from Halo and Destiny. I think the thing I get most excited for on their next game is just wondering. I think Destiny's story is like, and I know other deep lore players are going to hate me for saying it, but I really hate the way the story is told
Well,
in Destiny.
absolutely, and I think anybody arguing against that is out of their mind, because Destiny 1, if anybody can tell me what the story of Destiny 1 is, I'll be flabbergasted. Okay.
Yeah, there's something about darkness and a
Destiny
traveler.
2, yeah, Destiny 2. Now you know that because me and you we beat it at the same time and we loved it. The
Yeah,
campaign for Destiny 2 was actually very well written, but then it gets lost in
and
translation
all
between
those
them releasing
weird
all
like,
these
yeah.
DLCs. That's
And
like,
I
what is
played them.
happening?
The only one I didn't beat. What was the one we didn't beat that just came out, Tyler?
The Witch Queen.
Yeah, that's the one we didn't beat. Um, but it was just I don't know. It kind of started going in a fantasy type setting. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, is it sci-fi or is it like what is it? Um, but I think Destiny changed gaming. I really do. I think that a lot of the first person shooters right now have their DNA in,
I
you
mean, I
know,
can see that, but where's the copycats?
well, I mean, they're Outlanders, the Division. Um,
Yeah, but usually a game will copycat a game, but then try to thrive on things that is its own. I don't really
Yeah, I mean,
see.
well, I mean, the Division and Outlanders are definitely copycats,
I
right?
can see that. Yeah.
Um, for like I said, then other games, the escape extraction shooters, they take honestly they take the Destiny type formula, but they make it super hardcore, and they say, okay, you just got this really cool gun, now try to make it back to the tower with it.
See, that would be that you just said that. And that was like almost gave me chills.
Yeah,
It's like that'd be awesome. Would
yeah,
that not be amazing?
yeah. Well, that's not what Call of Duty
That'd
tried to
be.
do, but it sucks.
Until you lost the gun.
Yeah, until you lost the gun, you're like, I got the Vex Mytha class, and then
Well, no, it can't be as hard as a
No.
raid. I mean, my God.
Brings back memories.
Destiny does such a fantastic job too of like letting you visit other places. Like the fact like that you had the Sparrow, and then you had the means of traversal and the classes and stuff. Like for their very first time doing that, I think they did incredible. You know.
I
Yeah.
agree.
Oh yeah.
And then with Destiny 2, they honestly the only problem I had with Destiny, and it's the same problem that me and Tyler had with the Division 2, is like let me do raids with randoms. If we suck and we struggle, oh well.
But
But they,
hold
they
on,
end up
hold on.
locking off content to so many
Yeah,
players.
but think about it, right? Like, do you remember how many hours it took for us to sit down in one play session and play?
That's why Destiny isn't really built for older gamers. I feel like.
No, but I mean, like, do you guys actually remember though
Yes,
the
it took
amount of
like
time?
5 hours, I think.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
legit. Like, you had to sit down, you had to dedicate, like, okay, for the next 5 hours, I can't do nothing. I gotta just sit here and play,
Yeah.
right? And there would come
Yep.
points where you're
Be
like, man,
pausing it, no
I'm kind of
nothing.
dumb. Yeah,
Yep.
you had to play. So if you were trying to
Yeah.
play that with a random person and you were like 3 hours in and a random person
Had
decided
to
they were
have
just gonna
mics.
quit out,
Had to have
yeah,
mics.
because they don't know you, they don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
like
mean
I said,
that would
let the
suck pretty
player
bad.
decide that. Give the player the
Well, they
like.
eventually did. I mean,
Yeah,
they did in
but
Destiny
but
too.
that's my problem. They did that with the Division 2, didn't they, Tyler? They're like they give you the option, but they
Yeah.
give you the option after you're done playing the game. Like once you've moved on. Like me and Tyler
Yeah.
would have probably kept playing the Division 2 for you know
See, I could totally get into a game like that right now. We're in such a bad game
yeah,
drought.
but we've tried and we can't. Like we've tried to get back into the Division 2.
Oh no, I'm not saying that game
Oh, you're
specifically. I'm saying a
saying
game
Destiny 2?
of that style.
Yeah. I
Man, the
mean,
Division's such a great game, man.
I think that's what I said. I actually really do think that
I would take another
I
Division
would
over
take.
Destiny.
Well, apart from that new homeland, that new division Heartland or whatever, I don't know if I'm very excited for that, but
You
we'll
will
see.
be.
I
Oh,
mean, I
Brim would
might.
break his neck. Yeah, he'll break his
Yeah,
neck.
yeah. I say that then.
Try to play that.
Well, I think it's going to be free to play, or even if it's not, and I pay for it. Um. Let's be honest, we all do that though. Where it's like, I
Oh
don't think.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
So,
said that about Skull and Bones, and that's one of those games where I seriously feel like I'll be super disappointed, but
but you're like, I'm
I'm
still
still
gonna.
gonna
Yeah.
buy it.
Yeah.
I don't care if you delayed this game 4 times.
But see, the
Give it to
one
me.
thing, the one thing that
That's what I said. Once we pull up to an island and just learn everything right off the island,
for
learn to
for
our way.
I will say this, and this is also why I wanted to talk about Destiny and about what Jeremy talked brought up was the fact that um let's be honest, let's be honest,
Shall we?
Halo 6 gets announced and Destiny 3 gets announced, or just Bungie's next game in general. It's not even Destiny 3. Dustin, as the Halo nerd, which one are you going to be more excited about?
Well, it depends on if Microsoft smartens up and sells Halo to, takes away from 343.
And see, that's my whole point. Like we can complain about Destiny, and we did when we were playing it, just like you always do when you play a game for 300 hours.
Hold on,
Eventually, you start getting
what
bored.
Destiny?
Either.
1 or 2? I don't remember complaining with Destiny away.
Oh yeah, we started complaining over the raid and how there wasn't enough content, and you're just doing the strikes over and over and
Well,
over again.
but that
That's
was
what.
true.
Yeah, that's well. Not only that, I mean, you start complaining after the
It's like
30th
Nightfall,
time.
30
Yeah,
Hmm.
times,
yeah.
Strike,
Um,
30
You can
times.
only rinse and repeat something for so many times.
here's
Yeah.
the sad thing though, right?
And after you did the raid once, it's like I already got all the gear.
Here's the sad thing though. Destiny was trying something new. 343 couldn't even figure out how to with Halo Infinite, like you save the same group of Marines that you're just called Delta Team or Alpha
So
Team.
true.
Like it's and they have you doing the same thing over and over again on an open world map, right?
Yeah, that
And
is
that's
true.
why Destiny is like Bungie has earned goodwill in my opinion. I think Activision kind of I feel like we don't really know the details of why you know, Activision and Bungie split up, and Activision let them because if you remember, there was supposed to be like a 3 game Destiny deal, and Activision let Bungie out of the deal, and that's when Bungie decided to make it free to play. You guys remember that?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Look how great! Like Activision has to be kicking itself for, you know, like I almost feel like Destiny is like No Man's Sky in a weird way, where it's like people complained over Destiny 2, but then they just took the game and they just made it insanely better, and now so many people are playing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
know,
agree.
so
Agree.
like
What's
their
the
next game, I'll be there day one, man.
monetization?
What?
What's the monetization look like on that game right now? Just out of curiosity, anybody know?
Not bad, dude. Not
What
What game?
on
Destiny 2?
Destiny 2. It's not
Oh,
bad,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, like what's the
No, but let's
monetization look
be
like? How are they making money basically? Like, are they
Oh,
charging money for
they
well
got
stuff
DLC.
cosmetics, and they got
Yeah, but even
cosmetics.
yeah, but don't they probably make I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I would feel like they make most of their money on I don't know if you've seen that, Jeremy. It's like every
They do
few months
events,
they
man.
do a big DLC
Yeah.
where it's like, "Oh, here's the Witch Queen for $60."
Oh, $60 for the
Yeah,
DLCs?
Oh,
because
bro,
the
Really?
big
I bought
DLC
all the
is
deal. I bought
huge.
every single piece of DLC in one thing, and it was crazy. No, I got it all separately, but it was on sale for like a few dollars a piece or something.
Well,
I
that's where they
play
made all the money at. The DLC, $60 a
and I
piece.
played them. Me and Tyler played them all except for we played a little bit of the Witch Queen, but we ended up honestly we just got bored. Where it's
After
what
you
is it?
play 3 out of 4 of them back to back to back, you're like, better take a
Yeah,
little break. Yeah.
yeah. That and you're waiting for your friend to get on before you start doing a story mission and stuff that way because you can't blah, blah, you cannot match make story missions. You have to play with friends or nobody.
Yeah.
Which is still kind
Oh,
of
really?
weird to me. Yeah, that's still a
I
weird
didn't know
thing to
that.
me. Yeah, you have to play with friends or solo. You can't play them, which is weird. Just let me match make stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's
Um,
pretty weird.
I think they, yeah, I don't know why they do that, man. Um, but I know one thing. No matter what they're making next, unless it's just something insanely vulgar. But I look at their catalog of games, and Bungie Bungie's going to make a game where I can't wait to see what they're making next, man. It's been so long since they made a game. I'm just so excited to see what they announce. You
Hmm.
know.
Yep.
So
So I have fond memories of Destiny. Though. You want me to tell you guys what I remember about Destiny?
what's
So, so first off, Destiny was probably the the only multiplayer PvP game I ever played. Starting off with, when I was younger, I wasn't good at it at all. I was able to get kills and stuff like that. And I remember, I mean, that was what I remember most about it. Like, because before that, like, I was just terrible with multiplayer stuff. Like, I've always hated Call of Duty multiplayer and stuff like that. Warzone's different, I like it. But anyway, so so then, I'm good with that. And then I remember the different classes you had. You had Titans, you had the Hunter class, and I knew Dustin was going to play Hunter class because Dustin loves sniping. You know,
Yeah, he liked
then we
that
had the
golden
warlock
gun, didn't
class.
he?
Yeah. So, I mean, so whenever you went into a raid per se, you wanted to get people from different classes. You didn't want everyone running Titans because you're going to get slaughtered when you go in there. You need someone to have different abilities when you get. And that was another, we'll call it a positive about Destiny and a negative, because the raids were like I actually didn't just run raids with you guys only. I actually ran raids with other people that I met in the tower. So the social aspect actually did spread out.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
I remember cheesing the radio rate that dude off the edge of the cliff with like randoms all the time. Like you just trying to find somebody with the boss
yeah,
checkpoint where you're like, dude,
yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, but at the same time, I remember the raids were so difficult that like if we ran a raid without somebody else, whoever we didn't run away with was disappointed and dare I say mad at us because they wanted that raid too because they wanted that gear that got.
dude, I know people complained over it, but
Yeah,
do you
but
guys remember how great that multiplayer was, man? Like with the
oh, it was
vehicles and
so
stuff.
Oh
good.
yeah,
I
oh
loved
yeah,
it. I remember that moon map where you could like
Yes,
ride those big vehicles around. That map
it
was
was
dope,
so
man.
good.
Yeah, it
I
was
could play that right
amazing.
now.
Right? Well,
well it was the first multiplayer map that I actually like. I never had jetpacks and stuff, multiplayer
yeah,
stuff before. So you guys were used to that in Halo. I wasn't used to that, so it was like a completely different take
yeah.
on shooters for someone from the PlayStation side. So I appreciated that, and I remember, I remember at first when I started playing it, I really didn't like it because you and Dustin and Tyler were good at that stuff because I wasn't used to doing
Wasn't used to like.
it.
I think that was the very first game we got you to switch your jump button to L1.
It probably was. Yep, I'll bet you. If I remember switching to L1, I do.
It
I
probably
do.
was the first game because it's like, nah, dude, you need to be able to jump around and
You're
aim.
getting
And you guys
smacked.
said no, we play Halo like that. You need that as a jump button. I'm like, well, I mean,
Gotta
I'll
have the
try it. I've been
bumper
playing the
jumper.
game for a
Yeah.
month the other way. I mean, ain't gonna be no problem at all. Try to remember
Hey
changing the
man,
jump button.
I played Halo for years with the jump being X
Yeah, Dustin's the one that told me
or
about it after he
A,
started playing
excuse
with other
me.
people.
'Cause
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but yeah, I think Destiny brought the social aspect of gaming that I felt like wasn't there before. Um,
I
because I
100%
remember
agree.
us planning, hey, we're gonna do the raid this day, guys. We never had that. We never had to have 6 people to do anything like that
Like I
before, or
feel though,
whatever. Like,
like I said though, I think that was the natural evolution for Halo 3 to take. And now I'm excited to see. I mean, imagine if they, like I said, they're working on a fantasy game. That's the rumor, right? Or maybe they've even confirmed it by now. But imagine if they would take the similar approach to a fantasy genre like Dragon Age or something, but with Destiny. Like have a, you know what I mean? How incredible would that be, man?
I bet you it'd be something if I was making a bet, something close to like Anthem, with them having the jetpacks and everything. I bet they'll keep that in their new fantasy type
Anthem?
game. Cause they're
Why would they make a game like Anthem?
well because Halo had the jump packs. Um, Destiny had the jump packs. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about something
what
where you
jump
just had a
packs?
jetpack on the back. You know what I mean? How they had not necessarily robots flying around, but something to do with being able to fly and stuff. Like I can see them incorporating that into their. But because
No,
you
well, it's
know,
going to be a fantasy game like Dungeons, Dragons, so like
Fable.
swordsmen and stuff. Oh, bro, I thought you was talking about Bungie's new game.
I am. I'm saying, you mean like Fable, like that type of
Yeah,
a fantasy, or
yeah, like
or
Lord of the Rings, Dragon Age, like knights and horses and stuff,
well, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I don't know.
like World of
It's hard
Warcraft
for me to
type stuff.
picture them going from Halo to Destiny and then to
I know
do
that's
something
what's
that is
exciting though,
completely out
man.
of the box.
Maybe that's
I
why
mean,
Sony saw it and was like, "Yeah, we went on this train before you pull out." Um,
I don't know. That's a big jump. But I mean, Gorilla made the same jump when they went from uh,
yeah,
Killzone to
Horizon, yeah.
to Horizon Zero Dawn. You know what I mean? So they got a chance. It's just it seems like a
Yeah.
high mountain to cross to me
But yeah, I just thought your
for
question.
game
I just
developer.
thought your question could go. Because it's easy to look at Destiny, even as someone that we don't. We love Destiny for what it was at the time, but like we've moved on, right?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
yeah,
so it's easy
Yeah.
to look back and be like, oh, Destiny, no. But like when you really think about it, we really honestly, it's like, man, I not only appreciate the hundreds of hours that I put into those games whenever I was playing them, but man, they've really did
I
first
carve
game
think
out
we
their
all
own
played together,
genre.
wasn't it? Wasn't that the first game we all played together, like all at
oh
the same
no.
time?
In
We played other
2017,
games.
No,
Yeah,
what? Well, I mean, maybe not with you. I
well
mean,
that was
we
Destiny too.
played.
Wait a second.
yeah. You didn't really say.
Oh,
I think that's the
you're
first game we all
saying
played
oh
together. Like,
as a yeah. No, I agree.
yeah, all of us
Because we
like
even had
come together and played it.
Cody. We even had Cody playing with us and stuff a lot of
Yeah,
times. Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Um,
On the co-op aspect, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
multiplayer. We would play like Modern
yeah,
War,
Call of
like
Duties
yeah,
and
or Halo and Gears.
yeah.
yeah,
Um,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
so that's
We've
why
done
Halo.
missions and stuff together,
so
type
that's why I
thing.
wanted
Yeah.
to dedicate the majority of this episode to that question. Having said that, I do, before this episode ends, I would really like to get Jeremy's answer on a couple of the questions that he did miss out on. Now, every episode we're not going to do this, but I just knew that Jeremy would have some far out there answers, so we're going to make an exception here on
Are we
episode
allowed to
2.
laugh?
Oh yeah, we're allowed to laugh.
Okay.
So,
Giggle.
oh,
Good.
100%. So
All
the
right.
Okay.
Good.
so the we'll start with mine. Jeremy, do you have to be good at a game to enjoy a game?
Me personally, no, I'm terrible at most PvP games, so I still enjoy them. You
Well,
guys
then
get
why
mad at me
can't
because
we
I'm
get you to
terrible at
play
them, but
Elden Ring?
that's not a PvP game. That's a I
Right.
don't
You
like
can't say
Oh,
hard.
PvP.
Listen. I don't like hard games. Like,
okay.
so a PvP
But I
game isn't
didn't say
necessarily considered a
PvP.
hard game.
But I
It's
didn't say
considered a game you get
PvP.
slaughtered
You
at.
said PvP. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah, that's what I said.
in
Oh,
general.
okay.
Do you
Yeah.
have to be good at a game?
So why don't want to play? I don't care for the ones where you need to fight a boss and figure out, hey, he throws a axe over here. You need to make sure you jump this way when he throws the axe over here, and
That
then next
sounds
time he
so cool
clears
to
your
me.
game,
I
it's
love
cutting
stuff like
cross and
that.
throw the axe the other way. It's like, no, I don't want to learn every single boss's move because one hit's going to kill you. So that's
Jimmy
why.
said I play games to relax, not get mad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Now, uh,
Tyler.
Tyler, your question.
What game? What's a game mechanic, Jer, that makes you absolutely like, nope, won't touch it? Like, it
A
has
game
that
mechanic.
game mechanic in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when I watched your guys' last video, I heard the question. Honestly, like I don't know that there's one that will turn me off from a game. I
So,
mean,
well, the whole Elden Ring thing, that's a game mechanic, right?
games that are hard
Yeah,
where
like
you got to keep playing the
Souls
same boss
like.
over and over again to beat
Well,
them.
yeah, like Souls like games, right?
Jeremy
Yeah,
would
like
call
if
those
that
cheap
happens, I turn the
deaths.
game to
I
extremely
think they're
easy.
even
So if I
called
lose to the
like
boss
the
twice, it's
genre is
like, yeah,
Soulsborne, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
All
But if
right.
I play a boss twice and I can't beat him, I'm turning it down to super, super easy.
Yeah. You
I'm
don't have
walking
that
through
It
the
down
boss
to
option.
next time. That's all I'm
super
saying.
easy.
Like,
Okay. All right. So the next one will Tyler S isn't
Tyler
here,
S.
but his question was, "What game meant the most to you?" Is that what it was?
Yeah, something like had the
Had the
biggest
biggest
impact on
impact on
you.
your life or something? The biggest
Yeah.
impact on you.
And why?
or can we go back to the PS3 generation and come to the PS4 generation for this?
Oh,
Yeah.
this dude is wanting to like lay down, like
The biggest. You can't go through a list,
he's like, I
Jeremy.
was at a turning point in
Jeez.
Let's
my
do it.
life,
Follow
and
the
How, how,
rules.
how about this episode? We each just pick one from like
All right,
a
all
retro
right.
game.
Here. So I'll
yeah,
be honest. I'm wanting to lean toward Metal Gear Solid 4
that's
because
where
it
I knew you were
changed,
going.
but it changed what I want to do. But I think the game that surprised me the most after uh, Metal Gear Solid 4. That's why I asked the second another generation. That was a PS3 game. So, but this generation. because I'm going to bring us over to here because this is a more modern type game.
I don't even
Is
know where this dude's going. Go ahead.
is well, it's a game that I don't think gets enough. Uh, what do you call it? Enough
Oh, I know where
recognition
you're going.
for what it did, and that was because so I didn't play. I was never a heavy rain fan or any of that whole genre. So when this new game came out and it's Beyond Two Souls,
Oh
I was
my
like,
God, I didn't know where you were going. I thought you were going No
yeah,
Man's Sky, but you're going
nah,
Beyond Two Souls. Okay.
yeah, Beyond Two Souls because the story in that game was the most intriguing story, the most made me feel like I was part of the game the end game has ever done. It created like a whole religion in that game. Um, and you know what I mean,
Beyond Two Souls over Metal Gear Solid 4?
well,
My God,
Metal Gear
if
Solid
Beyond
4
Two
was
Souls is just that good for you, you should just definitely try the Last of Us Part Two.
no, no, no. It's not that it was that good for me. I'm just thinking of stuff that changed mentally what I thought of games. You know what I mean? Like every time I hear that John Legend song, "All of Me," I think of that game. You know that song I'm talking about?
Why?
No, because I picture
He
Ellen
starts
Page.
making
I picture
stories in
Ellen
his head.
Page.
He
No,
does.
I picture Ellen Page. Um,
Elliot Page.
well, I picture her or him, whatever, back then. Okay, and I picture all the strife, all the trouble, you know, he slash she went through in in in
He
in
had
that.
to
You know what I
bring
mean?
up that
Like
game.
no, no, but but I'm saying like all of me. I like seriously every time I hear all of me, like maybe that's why
Yeah.
that song reminds me of that game. Like every
All
time I
right.
hear it, it's like
Oh,
it
All
every
brings that
right,
time.
memory
we
to
better
it.
get off
Hold,
this rabbit hole here.
hold on. He said every time he hears all of me. Here you go, Jeremy.
He's getting ready to
Copyright
get
What
sued.
would
strike.
I do without your smart mouth? No. Jeremy's like, you know that? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm serious. I don't even know if that song was in the game.
It
I don't
wasn't.
remember.
It wasn't.
Oh,
There's no way. That was
I know it's
too
weird.
old.
Every time I hear that song, I tie it to that game, and that game always comes to my mind every time I hear that song. That's why it's like, yeah, Metal
Every
Gear
time
Solid 4
I know, because
was
every time I hear "Get Down with the Sickness," I think of 2 Point Hospital.
I mean, Metal Gear Solid what was the best game I ever played on PlayStation 3. Um, because I didn't
Jeremy,
know a
you
game
played
could
The
do.
Last of Us. You played Uncharted. You played.
Yeah, yeah,
Are you kidding me?
best game, I mean up to that point, I didn't know a game could even do that.
That
You
was
know
the
what I mean?
best game you ever
Tell a
played that
story.
week. How about that?
Oh no! This I don't know if you remember this, but this game come out 2 years after the PlayStation 3 released, and I remember that because you and Dustin were playing all them other games on the
Hold on,
Xbox.
what
And you're like,
game?
oh, Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh, bro, I thought you were talking. My bad, my bad. I thought you
Oh,
said that.
okay.
I thought you said Beyond Two Souls was the best game you ever played on it.
Oh no, it wasn't.
All right,
But it's like
I
it
was
had the
going to
greatest
flip
impact.
stupid on
Oh
you.
my
The
God, you
greatest
guys got
impact,
it.
right? Like that. That's what the
Jeremy, I want
question
you to
was. The
rewatch this
greatest
back and
impact.
tell me if you can follow yourself.
Yeah, I don't even know where he's going, man.
Yeah,
Hold on. No, no. You wanted the greatest impact. That was Beyond Two Souls. The best game I played up to the point when this game came out and it defined what I thought a
he's
game
just
could
adding
be
questions.
was Metal Gear Solid 4. I mean, like the question that you asked was extremely complicated in my mind.
Jeremy had to add. What was the
Jeremy
best game
said
I
the
played
I
question.
need
until
help.
Beyond Two
Don't know if I didn't
Souls?
spend enough. I need to
He
No,
spend
but
said
it
the
more.
wasn't even
question
until
you
Beyond Two
asked.
Souls. It just opened my mind up to what other games
I
could
feel
be
you.
when I played Metal Gear
I
Solid
feel
4.
you.
Like
Yeah,
It's
I
there's
like
didn't know
a
a
get
game
yeah.
could
drug.
be that.
All
It was
right.
more than a game.
Before Jeremy keeps digging this hole deeper for us to try to claw our way out of, Dustin, I really want him to answer your question.
If I can recall my question, I think, and you tell me if this is what it was, because I made it up spur of the moment. Um, what game do you think was the biggest disappointment to you, and why?
Ever.
Biggest
Yeah.
disappointment to me. That's a difficult question.
Jeremy said, well, right here's where we put an ad in for GameFly right here. Just use the code name
Yeah.
whatever.
Honestly, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Oh,
I don't
come
know.
on. You know
I
you
mean,
picked up a game,
You've
you've
never been
loaded it in,
disappointed
you've
by a game
tried
and
it, you're
thought
like,
I
this game
expected more.
kinda sucks.
I mean, the game that comes to mind when I think of that was No Man's Sky, but I wasn't disappointed with it. I wasn't expecting to be able to do that. What they said they could do. I mean, I bought that. I bought that. Okay,
I knew
here.
they were lying when they said they could do
Yeah,
it.
I knew technology didn't exist up to that
I
point.
called their
But
bluff
one
before
game
they
I
knew
did
they were
buy
lying.
that I was super excited for that was disappointed was that little Green Army Man game because I thought it was gonna be like the other Army Man game we had. I was super disappointed when I played that game.
They brought that game up the other day where
About
I
Dustin
conned them
talking to
into
Sid
buying it.
about it.
I
Yeah,
talked them all
yeah,
into buying it and I never bought it.
We
yeah.
couldn't
After
even get a
y'all said it
refund
was
on that
sucked,
game.
I was like, no, okay, it sucked. I don't buy it.
Any indie like
But you did.
PlayStation people out there say it, we will play any kind of game you guys want us to play,
If you
but
give it to us for
we
free.
will review it honestly. So
Yeah. And I was going to do
Stardew
this at
Valley would
the
be a good
start.
game for you guys to tell us if you want us to play. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, okay. Little plug for Cletus T. Jensen there.
No, I said Stardew Valley.
Oh, I thought you said. How did I get called the wild out of that?
I have no idea. Stardew Valley,
Stardew
independent
Valley is. Yeah.
developer. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm usually going to do this at the start of an episode, but to close this episode out, how about we just talk about what we're playing this week? Dustin, you want to start?
Not really, because I gotta think, because I played like 20 games, because
All
I'm
right.
bored.
All right. Do you need a minute or?
I'm gonna say what I've spent my
Like yeah, like
most
what
time
you're
playing this
having
week
fun playing this week.
is BattleBit Remastered on the PC.
Okay.
It's a playtest going on right now, but oh my god, it's so fun.
All right. Jeremy.
So, I played a little bit of Warzone. I saw a pretty cool, what was it called? A jackhammer on Rust with the candy canes. Thought about buying it. Play some Rust. Call of the Wild and playing it. Just downloaded Apex. Maybe try it. Don't know. So that's
All
where
right.
I'm at.
All right, Tyler.
been playing The Last of Us Part One, the remastered. Um, pretty good so far. Back in the Bills town. So pick up or not probably a little later.
Feel you.
What about yourself over there, Mr. Glenn?
Well, I just recently beat the last was part two because of that PlayStation Store sale. So I pretty much between GameFly and that PlayStation Store sale was able to get Far Cry 6 and The Last of Us for about $15. Not about $15, exactly $15. So playing both of those, really enjoying uh Far Cry 6, what I've played of it, not very much of it, but The Last of Us Part 2 was. I wish I would have played it when it came out because I actually thoroughly enjoyed it. I guess you can put me in the camp of people that actually love the game.
No,
And
you
apart
put
from
me
that,
right there in it.
yeah, and apart from that, we've all been chilling and playing Warzone and stuff together, right?
I don't know much more I can think of that too.
Oh, I know.
Rough.
So this is the Destiny episode, and we're sorry we couldn't get Wooclop in here again. Uh, he
I
refused to
missed
call.
him.
He refused to call off work for us. Why? So
That dude's called Mr. Dedicated. That's what he should
right.
change his name to.
So hopefully he's able to make it into the next episode. But until then,
If not, nobody will really notice.
if not, nobody will notice. But until then, we'll see you guys next week.
Later.
Peace.